What's going on, investors? My name's Emmanuel, and in this video I'm going to share with you the top 3 stocks that I bought recently. And welcome to the very first triple witching day of 2021. I'm very excited about today because typically on triple witching day we should see some high levels of volatility, and in an environment where the investor confidence right now, it's still kind of wavering. We're still seeing an increase in the 10-year treasury yield, and all of the positivity that we had earlier in the week from Jerome Powell's speech seems to have disappeared right now. It seems to have disintegrated because the yields are going up, and also it's triple witching day where we start to see an expiration of stock contracts, stock options, index options, all happening today. So that should introduce some additional selling pressure into the market, and we might start to see some stocks go on discount, especially in power hour. So make sure you are alert, you are ready to go for power hour, because things could get interesting. I know I've loaded my brokerage account and I am ready to go. So if you want to know what I'm buying or selling in real time, you need to join my Discord group, and you can join my Discord group via my Patreon link, which is in the description below. Don't forget to destroy the like button, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell if you want to see more video content from me. So with that said, here are the top 3 stocks that I've bought recently. So as you can see, my very first acquisition that I made recently is Advanced Micro Devices. Ticker symbol is AMD, and I've been wanting to get into AMD for a very long time, but I didn't really understand the business. And I do not like investing in businesses that I deem to be out of my circle of competence, as Warren Buffett would say. He said he's an expert in spots, so he sticks around spots. And I like to listen to his guidance and his advice with regards to that. So I did spend a lot of time reading and understanding what AMD do as a business. And I felt like, okay, I have a good understanding of the business. I have a good understanding of where management wants to take this company. And I am absolutely in love with the financials of this business. So it's not a big position, okay? It's not a big position at all. It currently represents 2.3% of my hyper growth portfolio. I only have 60 shares at the moment at a cost price of $78.12. And at the moment, we're kind of break even, so nothing really exciting. However, the share price has recently seen a decline back into buying territory, in my opinion. So I picked up shares when we entered this territory right here. And as you can see from the share price action, we are back within this buying territory. So this is a company that I do not mind adding to my position, but I would want to see the price go a bit lower. My current cost price is again $78.12. If we can drop maybe to 74, ideally I would love us to drop to 72 or even at 70, then I'll be adding to my position. The RSI at the moment looks like it's about to set higher lows, and if we can continue with this trend, that'll be very good to see. Now let's take a quick look at the numbers for AMD. You're talking about an operating margin of 14%. Again, that means for every $100 the company makes, it's keeping $14 of that as earnings, which is brilliant. I love the efficiency of the management. You know, their return on equity at the moment is sitting at 57%, which is very high. If you've read the book 100 Baggers by Christopher Myers, he always says to look for return on equities that exceed 20%. And you have AMD with a return of equity at 57%. So that just shows that the money that management are reinvesting back into the business via R&D, sales and marketing is proving very, very effective. And that's something that I'm now paying attention to when I'm analyzing businesses, because I have now learned that the people who run the business are just as important as the business itself. And AMD, I'm very happy with what management are doing at the moment. Currently, their balance sheet, one of the best balance sheets you're going to see. They're currently sitting on over $2 billion in cash, and they're only sitting on $572 million in debt. So again, they could quite easily clear off their total debt if they wanted to. Current ratios, you already know on this channel, I look for current ratios above 1. They have a current ratio of 2.5, which is incredible. Again, meaning that their total current assets exceed their total current liabilities. So they can pretty much take care of their bills for the next 12 months, which is phenomenal to see. Operating cash flow sitting on $1 billion, and leverage free cash flow trailing 12 months is $432 million. So they have positive free cash flow. And AMD is one of those companies that I think deserves to be on everyone's watch list. So that's my first purchase. So next up is GoPro. Ticker symbol is GPRO. And I have been banging on about GoPro for coming up to 2 months on this channel. And if you did take action on GoPro, then congratulations. You are doing very well right now. GoPro, in fact, fun fact, right? GoPro has now become the largest position in my hyper growth portfolio. And that's because the stock just hasn't slowed down in its recovery. Currently, I'm up 44% on my GoPro position. I'm up about 13K on this. It now weighs 22% of my portfolio. It surpassed Tattooed Chef because Tattooed Chef really, the share price hasn't really gone anywhere since we announced our Q4 and full year 2020. Whereas GoPro has been on an absolute tear. I mean, look at that. We've had 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we gapped up 5, 6, 7 green days in a row, which is crazy. And yesterday we had our first red day in over a week. I mean, even the red day wasn't really that convincing of a red day, but at least it's good to see some red. But this company has done absolutely amazing for me. I did say this is my turnaround play of 2021, and I don't think it's done. You know, I was buying GoPro when they announced their Q4 earnings and the share price dropped. I felt their earnings was incredible, and during that 2-week spell of where we had that market correction was really when I was loading up on GoPro. And as of right now, we're up 44% on our position. Do I plan to sell my position at the moment or take profits? Absolutely not. I think this company is going to absolutely exceed and beat expectation on a year-on-year revenue for every single quarter in 2021. And I believe investors will now start to take GoPro very seriously and they're going to start rushing into the stock. However, the early bird has already caught the worm and I am not selling my GoPro position. So my cost price per share on GoPro is just over $9. I have been averaging up. I did have a much better average earlier, but I have been buying more and more shares. I'm currently sitting on 3,455 shares. Like I said, it now weighs 22.4% of my portfolio and I have no intentions to sell. Now, in terms of recent updates from the company, GoPro have announced their new app, which they've called Quick. But it's not really a new app. They've just revamped their previous app. But one thing I like about this Quick app, it now allows people who may not even have a GoPro, but you can actually subscribe to GoPro.com and you'll be able to store all of your photos and your videos from your phone. So when I saw this, I thought, genius. I absolutely love this move because it significantly increases our TAM because you don't even have to be a GoPro customer. You know, if I'm struggling with storage on my phone and I wanted unlimited storage and I also wanted a place where I can organize my pictures and my photos, you know, GoPro.com is one of the cheapest options right now. Because think about it, $9.99 and you can get annual subscriptions to include unlimited cloud backup at original image quality. This is one of the cheapest cloud storage options on the market right now. And I think management were brilliant to expand that to not just only GoPro customers or users, but pretty much anyone who has a phone camera roll right now. And pretty much almost everybody has that. So I think this completely increases the TAM and we're going to see it reflect in the revenue over the next coming quarters and over the next coming years. So I still remain, if not even more bullish now on GoPro long term. So GoPro is now officially my largest position. Yeah, there we go. But that wasn't down to me. That was because GoPro has been on a tear recently. And last but not least is Osprey Technologies Acquisition Corp. Again, that's BLACKSKY. Ticker symbol is SFTW. And this stock has just been getting beaten up day after day. And it just doesn't make sense. Actually, I think it does make sense because most people now are getting very scared of SPACs, in my opinion. I mean, we've seen Lordstown Motors recently. Steve Burns, in my opinion, I believe misled investors. It was very clear. He's been on tape many times saying about confirming the amount of orders that Lordstown Motors has received. And he recently came out as a result of the Hindenburg research and said, nobody expected us to have any orders. And that was incredibly disappointing for me to hear and for me to see. And as a result, the SEC are now getting involved. They've started an inquiry into Lordstown Motors. And a lot of Lordstown Motors investors have been burnt right now and are still getting burnt. And I think that's just taking away people's confidence in SPACs in general. Of course, if a company goes public via a SPAC instead of a traditional IPO route, then there's a lot of things that can be overlooked going the SPAC route, and it's just an easier process for companies. And I think that as a result is just ruining investor confidence. The market is just opened, and as you can see, look, so BlackSky is continuing lower. But BlackSky is an incredible company. I mean, this month, or probably next month, there's a new mission called They Go Up So Fast. The launch window for this mission is expected this month. Again, they're going to live stream it here. And the mission overview is essentially for them to deploy a range of satellites for commercial and government use, okay? And look who we have first on the list is BlackSky. Like I said in my previous live stream, BlackSky are not a joke, okay? They're already producing revenue, which I've showed you on the PowerPoint. As you can see, they made revenue in 2019. They produced revenue of 22 million in 2020. 2021, they're expected to produce revenue of 46 million. And then these are the projections going forward. So this is not a Lordstown Motors. This is not a Nikola where they have no products, there's no proof of concept, no revenue coming in. BlackSky is already producing revenue. We're already lined up to launch another satellite this month, and hopefully I'll be able to live stream this actually. But it's very exciting stuff. This current sell-off right now is not warranted, and I think it's at an absolute bargain right now. And I have been nibbling on BlackSky. At the moment, I currently am sitting on 925 shares at a cost price of $13.05. I'm down about $2,000 on my position, so that's about 19.5%. And it currently weighs 4.8% of my hypergrowth portfolio. And I'll probably just add to my position if it continues lower, but I don't think it can continue any lower. And it's trading at prices whereby, you know, it's as if there was no merger that's been announced, but a merger has been announced. It is BlackSky. Share price absolutely took off, but we are back to these levels again. And I think that's just investors losing confidence and investor fear. However, as a famous quote says, the intelligent investor is a realist who sells to optimists and buys from pessimists. And right now, I think there's just a lot of pessimism in BlackSky right now, and I would just be happy to take your shares. So thank you very much. So those are the stocks that I purchased recently. Comment below what stocks you picked up, what stocks you're looking to buy today. If we do see a sell-off as a result of triple witching day, let me know. And if you enjoyed today's video, make sure you smash the like button, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell if you want to see more content from me. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor. All of this information is for entertainment purposes only. Make sure you do your own research and your own due diligence before you decide to invest in any company or any stock. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.